Aquarius, this is going to be your reading for the month of May. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you'd like to book a personal reading, the information is down below. So we're going to get started. I feel really good about the month of May for you, Aquarius. I really do. I feel like you're coming out of difficult time of love. Like some things didn't maybe work out for you in certain situations, but you know, you're starting to look at things different. Your perception is starting to change big time. Like how you perceive things, your growth. Like I feel your growth is like amazing. I was channeling some of the energy and I'm like, I wish I had some Aquarius in my chart for the month of May. No, but I really do feel big transformation energy for you guys. So, okay, let's get started. Sorry about the background noise. I live in New York and it's busy. I'm going to start with the Death card. Sometimes people don't like the Death card, but the Death card is not a bad thing. The Death card is just letting you know that it's death to the old, death to old situations and an old way of doing things, that you're really starting to realize that there were certain patterns and behaviors that were no longer serving your highest good. And you're really outgrowing a lot of people. And don't get hung up on that. Like, it's not personal, it's vibrational. I really feel like a lot of you spiritually are growing. Your intuition is growing. You're starting to see a lot of synchronicities with numbers, 1111, and just really starting to realize that you're more intuitive and you have a deeper sense of being and a deeper level of communicating. I want to say this too. Victory doesn't always happen the way we want it to. You know, sometimes a detour is just, redirection is a blessing. Something being detoured or not working out the way you want it to is actually a blessing. And I know, like, Aquarius, you guys are such leaders, and I feel like you don't realize that there's a lot more help around you than you are accepting or acknowledging. You're so used to putting everyone else first and being the parent of the group and figuring shit out for everyone. Well, now it's time for you to figure stuff out for yourself. If you've been waiting on some news or some confirmation, I do feel like something is coming. It may for some of you turn out great. It may not turn out the way you want it to, but remember, rejection is a blessing. Everything is working out in divine timing for you. The next card I want to get into is the Dragonfly Spirit. This is all about transformations. Transformation, magic, illusion. So, like I was saying, I really feel like spiritually you guys are going through a different change. And with the month of May, and I feel like from May until August, you're going to start realizing a lot of your personal power. You're going to start standing into your personal power more. If you've been thinking about starting a spiritually based practice, especially some type of group, if you're a male, this could be a group of men, kind of empowering men, women. Do it. If you know, some type of nonprofit, I feel like there'll be major success in it. I also feel like you have to let go of certain, you have let go of a lot of self-sabotaging behaviors, but you have to let go of certain things. You guys, I wouldn't say you like, you can like someone. I wouldn't say you love easily, but when you love, it's intense and it's deep, and you're such a caretaker. But there is someone that you're holding on to, and you have to remember that we cannot possess people, we can experience them. So enjoy the experience. I don't know that this relationship is permanent, but really, what is permanent? You have to learn to stop getting in your head and trying to make something more than it is, and learn to enjoy things for what they are, and go with the flow. Continue to work on you and go with the flow. The next card you guys got is Winter. Reflection, transition, release. So for some of you, you may have been in a period of hibernation, a period of kind of sticking to yourself, not like stepping out and going around a lot of people. And I feel like that's really worked for you. Don't get too stuck in your own, don't get too stuck in withdrawing, because you have a personal power and a personal presence that is really big leadership qualities, and you're transitioning into a higher level of knowing. You're transitioning in, the transformation card, you're stepping in your magic. So don't get too stuck in the past and what painful things have happened. Like, you're meant for something big. And I feel like the last reading I did on you guys was big spiritually, and I still feel that. Take time alone, though. Make sure you're taking your time alone. You can be present with people, but take time to recharge and ground yourself. Hug a tree, especially getting into nature and grounding yourself, putting your feet in the dirt and the grass. I mean, it's so healing. Release what no longer serves you. There are some relationships that need healing. I feel for a lot of you, you need womb healing from painful situations from your mom, or pain you're still holding on to from your mom, and you don't realize how it affects your womb. Also, you can love your mom and still be upset with certain choices, but remember, there's no blame. If you're holding on to blame and pain, you're not going to be able to evolve into who you are supposed to be. And you may not even realize the anger that you have towards your mom, or the frustration. But remember, everything's a reflection. So bring it back to you. And what can you do different so you don't repeat these patterns? Coyote spirit. Trust in divine detours. Like I was saying before, not everything is going to work out the way you planned. And I know you guys really like to plan and have things in your head. And when things kind of go off track and are not running smooth, you get frustrated. But control is an illusion. Control your thoughts and go and learn to go with the flow. When you wake up, I feel a bit of anxiety sometimes with you. When you wake up, take deep breaths. Like, be present. Don't get right on your phone. Like, and then hold it and do that 3 times. Because sometimes we don't realize, even for myself, we're carrying so much weight in our shoulders. You need to release. When you're suffering from anxiety, you're trying to control certain things, or you're holding on to something, and it's time to release so you can go with the flow and transform everything into your magic. You also got the travel card, journey, path, and location. I feel like, well, for some of you, you may be traveling on vacation, but I also feel like you're going to be traveling for work. Someone may be inviting you out to go visit another country, or you may get an invitation that you've been invited to speak somewhere. I also feel some possible speaking engagements. Double check any contracts you sign. Work on your childhood healing. You know, we try to ignore things or we feel like we should be done with something, but you need to be able to be present with certain things and come to a level of acceptance so that you can move forward, Aquarius. I do feel some new love coming and some exciting stuff, but again, enjoy it for what it is. Things don't have to be a certain way all the time. You need to learn to go with the flow. And I'm pulling a card for you from my color deck, and you got gray. Learn to scan your body. So I feel like for this card, emotionally, we don't realize how the body carries our emotional trauma. I myself know that from healing from a lot of, like with fibromyalgia and all these neck surgeries and pain. Our body carries trauma. So kind of learn to scan your body and pay attention to what's going on with you physically, because your emotions, your emotions will start to manifest disease or disruptions in your body if you're not paying attention. So learn to scan your body and pay attention so things don't manifest and go out of hand. Don't panic over this. I feel like it's more so take heed of what you're feeling. If you know you're having some stomach issues, you're holding on a lot of stomach issues, yeah, change your nutrition, but you may be holding on to resentment and anger, and it will manifest into disease. So just pay attention to stuff like that. But I hope this was helpful, and like I said, if you'd like to book a personal, the information is down below. And take care, Aquarius.